How to load a 9mm blank. Okay, so not loading a 9mm blank, but reloading one that you found on the ground. So it looks like this when they're new. Okay, so these are all shot blanks, and ideally you would tumble them, but I'm too lazy to tumble them because I'm only doing 3 of them. And then the first step is to trim it so it looks like this. Now, however you trim brass, that's up to you. Normally I use what's called the world's finest trimmer, and I've also been starting to use the Lee Quick Trim. So this is the Lee Quick Trim die for 9mm. Now this is intended for a single stage press, not a progressive, specifically a Lee single stage. You can get it to work on the Hornady, but I did have to trim off some of these down here. And okay, now this isn't a video on trimming. I have a whole video on that, on how to trim cases, I'll put here. So essentially I have the Lee Quick Trim 9mm die here, and this is the Lee Quick Trim without the extra thing on here adjusted all the way back. I put a trimmed case in here, and then I just adjust this until the actual case comes in contact with the cutter, and that's how I know I'm good to go. So I'm going to take my non-trimmed case, stick it in here, and you can see that came way up. Now we are going to trim a lot off the top of these. I mean, you can see all that top there. We're going to trim all of that off. Okay, so I got that in here. I'm going to stick this in there, and you can see it's just going to trim it nice and down. So now it looks like this, and as you can see, there's a lot of crap in there from that initial kind of neck that this had. This is the Case Prep Duo, but you can use anything that can ream it out. You could probably even use some plumbing equipment if you have it. You can see how it filled the guts of this case. Okay, so take Case Prep Duo, and then we're just going to ream out all that crap. So now it looks like that, and so you can still see maybe there's a itty bit of a curve in. That's fine. Also, it'd be good to get calipers and compare it to an actual 9mm casing as well. Okay, once you have it to this point, it's pretty much ready to reload. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that in there. So that's going to punch the primer out. Now, because these primers are crimped, you actually have to ream them out with either a primer reamer or just a Phillips bit. So now you can see that I put a chamfer on there. I did exaggerate a little bit, but the small pistol primer will go in nice and easy. Okay, this next one we're going to expand the mouth, and this part is especially important for when you're going from a blank, because if you don't do that, then it won't get big enough to put the projectile in. Also, when you're using the Lee Quick Trim on a progressive, I recommend you have an air compressor around to be able to blow some of the brass shavings off. And then I already set up the powder charge and everything, so I'm not going to show you how to do that. I got plenty of videos on that. Now we're going to place a bullet in there. Seat that. Now we're going to crimp it here. Okay, and there you go. So all these, except for one at one point, was a blank 9mm round. So there you go. They are totally reloadable and ready to roll. Okay guys, if you have any questions or comments on blanks, or if you happen to find 9mm blanks very often, please let me know and put it in the comments section below, because I found 2 to 3 blanks, but I've never found a 9mm. Also, if you have any thoughts on what the heck I'm supposed to do with these other 95 9mm blanks that I bought specifically for this video, please put that in the comment section below, because I have no clue what to do with these. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. See you next time.